It was toppled from the
Yeah.
throne by Einstein. Why was it toppled? Because it was no longer holding water, and Einstein
Hmm.
had to put too much mathematics on top of it so that they can then hide behind that mathematics. And that's what they have been doing for the past century. They are hiding behind the mathematics because there are so few people in this world who can even understand that mathematics. And that is their reason for being right. Anyways,
Yeah.
it really holds no water in the real world, and hypothesis is a cause and effect guess that you made, which you test using your experiment, which Matthew
Yeah.
sir was so casually talking about while cycling up or down a slope or dropping two objects and checking. So, what was your hypothesis? What are all these things? And this is also there in our conversation. When I asked
Yeah.
Matthew sir, what is
Yeah.
your hypothesis for Cavendish's experiment? So he said it is mass attracting mass. Now
Yeah.
try to put it into this context. What is your cause? Mass. What is the effect? Mass. What is the phenomenon that you observed? Mass attract mass. My God. It cannot be more imbecile.
The Earth isn't round, it's flat. How do you know? I've observed it in all my travels over Europe. It's flat. Everywhere it's flat.
हम थोड़ा सा साइंस और ये सब चीज़ों के डिटेल्स में घुसने वाले हैं. एंड आई एम गोइंग टू ब्रिंग इन अ फ्यू ऑफ द पॉइंट्स दैट वी वेंट थ्रू. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इन आवर फर्स्ट डिस्कशन विथ मैथ्यू थॉमस एंड अ फ्यू ऑफ द अदर थिंग्स जो कि व्हाट्सएप पे वी हैव डिस्कस्ड. ठीक है. सो I'm properly going to screen share with you guys, so not like you are going to get bored or anything. We are going to play the clips, and all of a sudden I have started talking in English because I feel very excited when a few of my listeners from UK and the US tell me that I watched your previous video and we really liked it. So that's the only reason I'm talking in English. Shout out to you, Adam Meakin sir, Quantum Eraser, if you ever cared to watch my shows, and all those people outside of India watching this. Anyways, so the point is ki we had a discussion with Matthew Thomas sir, and I am going to play a few of the parts from that discussion before we get into our WhatsApp chat. I'm not sure whether I'm going to put it there on the screen, but I can do that if we want, and I'm going to make sure that we also make sure that our privacy is maintained. So I'm not going to show any numbers, and if at all something gets shown, I'm going to take care of it during post production. बहुत सुनने में अच्छा लगता है नहीं, post production basically when I edit it later. Now the discussion is going to ultimately come down to gravity, which is why I made it a point to start it with gravity. ठीक है. And we started at the very basics. What is gravity and how can you scientifically validate it? That was my first question. And let's hear him out. Let's hear out Matthew Thomas sir, how he starts and where he stands today. कितना डेट हो गया? 23 तारीख, 23rd of October, 11 days after we talked about all these things. We do not know what it actually means. Even from the scientific community, we want to know what do you mean when you say gravity, and how is it practical? How can you scientifically validate your claim? That's all we needed to know.
So the first question is, what is gravity and how can we validate its existence?
Scientifically,
Right?
yes.
Scientifically. Now, gravity is defined as a force. The force is a vector. It has got a quantity value and a direction. And there is also a thing known as the gravitational constant, universal gravitational constant, which is different, which is used for certain purposes. Now, gravity is something which comes from experience. For example, if you cycle up a slope, you find it difficult. Why do you find it difficult? Because there's something which is pulling you downwards, and you are cycling up against that force. That is the force which we call gravity. Secondly, things fall to the ground. And when you say things fall to the ground, there's no up or down. For example, if we are, say, in the tropic of, between the equator and the tropic of Cancer, then we are horizontal as far as the global goes.
So,
Why things fall down, why things move, everything is dependent on gravity. You're moving.
so we are going to stop here. So the point is, किससे पूछे हम सबसे पहले कि what is gravity? तो ये जब ऑन अ हायर लेवल तुमको एड्रेस करना पड़ता है, जो बहुत साइंस सीख के आए हैं कि हमको साइंस पता है, तुमको नहीं पता है, और इसीलिए वो तुम्हारे सामने पहले ही होलियर देन दाउ बन के बोलेंगे कि यू डोंट इवन नो ग्रेविटी, यू आर साइंस डिनायर. दैट मीन्स कि ग्रेविटी इज साइंस और तुम उस चीज़ को डिनाई कर रहे हो. ग्रेविटी तो सबको ही जानता है, इतना बेसिक चीज़ है. तो इसीलिए बेसिक चीज़ और ये सब कुछ जब भी हम डील करते हैं, तो व्हाट्स द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग टू डू इज़ टू आस्क देम टू ओके प्लीज़ डिफाइन दिस बेसिक थिंग. व्हाट डू यू मीन व्हेन यू से ग्रेविटी? इससे पहला और क्या होगा? कोई भी बच्चा को तुम बोले कि ये ना ग्रेविटी है, तो बच्चा वही पूछा ग्रेविटी क्या होता है. सो हम मैथ्यू से यही पूछे सिंपली, ओके ग्रेविटी क्या होता है, ये फ्लैट अर्थ के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से तुम पहले क्लैरिफाई करो. और जो भी तुम बोलोगे कि ग्रेविटी ये होता है, तुम बोल रहे हो कि साइंस तुम्हारे तरफ है, तो साइंस में जब भी कोई चीज़ हम मानते हैं या नहीं मानते हैं, ठीक है, प्रूफ या डिसप्रूफ किसी चीज़ का एग्जिस्ट करता है, उसका मतलब क्या है कि देयर इज़ अ मेथड टू प्रूव और डिसप्रूव थिंग्स. नाउ व्हाट इज़ दैट मेथड कॉल्ड? एनी गेसेस? द साइंटिफिक मेथड. मजहर, बेसिकली हम तुमसे ही बात कर रहे हैं, तो तुम रिस्पॉन्ड करना, ठीक है? सुन रहे हैं ना?
हम साइंटिफिक में बोलने ही नहीं थे, उससे पहले आप बोल दिए.
यही तो सवाल था. तो ऑब्वियस है कि साइंटिफिक मेथड. अब हम लोग ना, टाइम है तुम्हारे पास, तो हम लोग जब लेटर इन द डिस्कशन व्हाट्सएप और ये सब के कॉन्वर्सेशन में आएंगे, तब तुमको पता चलेगा ये सारा बात का इम्पोर्टेंस. लेकिन अभी तुम मान के चलो कि भाई साइंस क्या है, द साइंटिफिक मेथड, इट इज़ क्लियरली डिफाइंड. अब ग्रेविटी कोई क्लेम कर रहा है कि अरे ग्रेविटी साइंस है, तुमको नहीं पता है, तो तुम उससे क्या पूछोगे कि ओके टेल मी द साइंटिफिक मेथड using which you finally scientifically validated your claim which is gravity. तो हम ये तुमको बता के रख दे रहे हैं कि नहीं एग्जिस्ट करता है दुनिया में, उसका कोई क्लेम नहीं है. ना आइंस्टाइन, ना न्यूटन, ना और कोई माइकल लाल आज तक प्रूव कर पाया है कि ग्रेविटी क्या है. विच इज़ वाई ऑल द टॉप साइंटिस्ट्स, PhDs, एस्ट्रोफिजिसिस्ट्स in modern world clearly say कि we don't know what gravity is. Is it an illusion? What is it? Is it a force? No, it is not a force. जो डिबेट में हम लोग सुनते हैं ना, वहाँ पे बात ऐसा होता है कि it is not a force, but you can think of it as a force. These kind of double speak statements are used when they are trying to defend their claim of gravity. तो ये चल रहा है एकदम हाईएस्ट लेवल ऑफ कॉन्वर्सेशन में. और मैथ्यू थॉमस सर जो आए हैं, वो एकदम बेसिक कि हाँ ज़िंदगी भर मानते आए हैं कि हम तो प्रोजेक्टाइल उड़ाते थे, हम तो मिसाइल उड़ाते थे, वो सब कुछ तो जी पे डिपेंडेंट है, ग्रेविटेशनल एक्सेलरेशन एंड एवरीथिंग, न्यूटन्स लॉज ऑफ मोशन. लेकिन न्यूटन का जो भी लॉज वगैरह था ना, वो आज से 100 साल पहले आइंस्टाइन आके सब कुछ झुठला दिया इन द सेंस कि गलत प्रूव कर दिया. आज हम लोगों का उन्हीं सब चीज़ों पे कॉन्वर्सेशन चल रहा था. सो आई वांट टू नो, सत्य प्रकाश, साइंटिफिक मेथड. डू यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस अबाउट द साइंटिफिक मेथड?
Actually, what is it?
Exactly.
I want to know what is the scientific method.
Good question.
I feel that anything that someone can do it, if I can repeat it, and if it proves to be the same, then I would agree that it's a scientific method.
So do you understand what the word empirical means?
Not exactly, but I have a crude idea that it is something very precise and accurate or something like that.
Yes. So basically, there are a few laws that we all agree to, without which we just cannot move forward. Right? The law of contradiction. Two contradictory things cannot be true at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, if someone's claim is presenting something which is right according to the law of contradiction, which is basically a law of contradiction, then it cannot be true. And I can be sure about that just from the
Yeah.
law. Okay, let me do this. A moment, please. So, logic. What do you understand by logic? Tell me that, Satya. What is logic according to you?
It is a science of reasoning. I say that.
And how do we make use of it in real life?
So, one statement goes to prove the next. It is step by step. It builds upon one upon the other, logically.
Very good. So, you are very frank about your education and everything. So, there is this thing that is there in many of the competitive examinations, like CAT, and almost all of them. All the competitive examinations have this section called logical reasoning,
Okay.
right? And
Yeah.
they teach a few things in that logical reasoning section. Basically, they are laws of logical consistencies and inconsistencies. Basically,
Okay.
if you come up with, give me a second, 1 second, let me share my screen. स्क्रीन देख रहा है ना? लॉजिक.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if it rains, I will take an umbrella.
Yeah.
Ab, if someone, this is a premise, this is basically information that is presented to you.
Yeah.
Someone says, if it rains, I will take an umbrella. Now,
Okay.
by applying your critical thought and everything, you cannot make up stuff. You can only rely on the information which is presented to you. And
Okay.
without making up stuff, do you have an answer to the question, what I will do if it doesn't rain?
I will have to go for inference and say that you may not carry an umbrella.
That wouldn't be a logically consistent inference based on the information provided here. Because I did not say anything about
Yeah,
what
then-
will I do when it doesn't rain. If you are inferring anything, that's your imagination.
Yeah, true.
True?
Yeah, true.
Right? Now,
Yeah.
you tell me, I took an umbrella. Does that mean that it rained?
Yeah, it means it rained.
Sure.
Yeah, because that was what was said to me in the previous statement. If it rains, I'll take an umbrella. So since that person has took an umbrella, it is okay. It could have rained. I cannot say it has rained.
Exactly. Exactly. Now the penny dropped. You understood, right? You
Yeah.
cannot be sure whether it rained or not. Maybe I took an umbrella because it was very sunny.
Yeah, it could be.
Right. So,
Yeah.
if someone is coming to the conclusion based on the fact that I took an umbrella, so it must have rained. That's a logical fallacy.
Yeah, true.
True?
Yeah, true. There are many possibilities.
Correct. That's the logical fallacy you are going to find in many of the globe claims. And it's very easy to point out. Let me show you how.
Mm.
When we are debating the shape of the earth, that means
Yeah.
no side of the debate can claim that my claim is already true, that it is already a globe. We know that it is a globe. Then it is
Yeah.
a logical fallacy, right? You are
Yeah,
already
right.
assuming what you are here to prove.
Yeah.
So, this is also there in Matthew Thomas's claims. So, without even playing his part, we can just simply discuss this. So,
Yeah.
this is the claim that they make.
Yeah.
See the logical inconsistency here. You understand?
Yeah. Earth could be a cylinder as well.
Yes. So basically, using logic, simple rules of logic, you can prove their claims to be fallacious,
Yeah.
right? Which is
Yeah,
why,
right.
now let's take up the next topic. You are bringing up some very good points. Do you understand the difference between objective and
Yeah.
subjective?
I do understand.
Science has to be
Objective.
objective. There's no place for your opinions or views or personal anything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We understand what objective means.
Yeah.
So, empirical. You touched upon one aspect of something being empirical, but if something is empirical, that means it is independent of your opinions, views, thoughts, someone's
Yeah,
personal
it is a fact.
bias. It is a fact, basically. So, there are a number of attributes of something being empirical. For example, testable. The thing you mentioned, repeatable.
Yeah.
Obviously observable, everyone should be able to observe it. And
Yeah.
finally, the most important aspect of it is, if someone claims to falsify it, it should be falsifiable also. There should be some way that you should be able to falsify it. And
Okay.
the best case in point of this particular aspect is them claiming to have gone to space and
Yeah.
then claim whatever thing. How can you even falsify it? Because they have a monopoly. Not every person can go to space or what they claim is a space and then falsify what they are claiming to have done in space. So
Yeah.
they are only showing you observations which obviously are cooked up. No one can repeat it, and only they are the ones who can test and claim
Yeah.
that we have done it. No other person can do it. So,
Yeah.
in order to, here's one more very important thing. You asked, what is science? Science, you would see globe earthers claiming a lot of things. Like, science says the earth is a globe. So that's once again a reification fallacy. Science is not a man, science is not an entity, science is not an organization, science is a method. It does not
Yeah.
say anything. So science is a method which can be used to verify the claim. What kind
Yeah.
of claim? A very specific kind of claim, which is cause and effect. Right. Matthew Thomas once again said H2O, water is H2O.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of a cause and effect relationship is there? There is none. This is a what is question, not a how, why question. Cause and
Yeah.
effect means how or why something happens. It is an explanation of something.
Yeah.
And there
Yeah.
is, if you really want to be pedantic about it, there is a difference between the meaning of the words explanation and mathematical description
Yeah.
of something. So a description only describes what it
Yeah.
is. An explanation gives you a cause and effect relationship between what you are trying to prove as the cause. So our problem, or my problem from the very beginning with Matthew Thomas's claim has been, why are you claiming gravity to be the cause of anything when even their own pseudoscience side does not adhere to it? They have stopped calling it a cause, and right now it is basically the effect of the curvature of space-time, which again brings in a lot of other questions. What is space-time? The question you asked, is space-time even something physical? And
Yeah.
Matthew Thomas even deflected at that question also. Okay, if you go physical, if you go philosophical, then you can say it is a mental construct and everything. So no, science is a method which has been clearly defined in order to keep these kind of personal bias or consensus or dogmatic
Yeah.
beliefs to come into the picture, because it is objective. Dogma
Yeah.
comes in wherever you put in your own subjective views into it. But we
Yeah.
are talking about science which is empirical. No one can just claim something and get away with it, because others can easily test it. It has
Yeah.
to be repeatable. Everyone else is going to observe it. And if possible, someone is going to falsify it. And if
Yeah.
someone falsifies it, that means you are wrong. It's so simple. It is objective. You cannot put in your own personal bias into it. So in order to make science, in order to rid science of all these kind of personal biases, it was made empirical, it was made objective. And many people say na ki, like Matthew Thomas also said, ki, why are you quoting these scientists if you do not agree with them?
Yeah.
Are they of the opinion that the earth is flat? Obviously not. That was a very childish question, first of all. And I can't believe I'm saying this to an octogenarian. Still, these kind of childish statements are brought out by many other globe earthers. And I can only hope that they understand why I'm calling these questions childish. Anyways, so science is very clear about its definition. Once again, Matthew Thomas said ki that is a definition of science. So there is only one scientific method. So you know, Satya,
Yeah.
at these debates of flat earth and globe earth, these topics are being discussed. What is the scientific method? Many globe earthers come and say weird stuff about the scientific method, just like Matthew Thomas did today, that it is a definition of science. It is a scientific method. So I had to point out it is not a scientific method, it is the scientific method. There is only one scientific method, and all your claims, when put to the test on the basis of the scientific method, do not hold water. Now, vocabulary testing. What's a hypothesis?
Are you asking me?
Or anyone else?
No. For me, I always try to break up the word. Thesis is some theory kind of thing. Hypo is which is lacking. So it's a lacking theory.
Very nice. Very nice. Yes, pretty much. So basically, the scientific method, like Matthew Thomas, when he actually has to quote definitions from some official sources, he does that pretty well. So while defining what the scientific method is and what science is, he was correct. This is a method being used to understand the natural and physical world. But he then has to deflect when after that you ask the question, is time and space physical? You understand that? Because he just
Yeah.
said that science is all about the natural and physical world. If space and
Yeah.
time are just concepts and Einstein bent those concepts, it means nothing. It is mathematical mumbo jumbo. That's it.
Yeah.
So basically, the scientific method has to do with the natural and physical world, and it has steps. Hypothesis is one of the steps, but basically, how do you come up with an hypothesis? You must have observed something.
Yeah.
You observe a natural phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
Then your hypothesis is basically your prediction.
Yeah.
You say that according to me, this is causing this.
Yeah.
Cause
And effect.
effect.
Yeah.
Right. So what is your observation? You observed the effect.
Yeah.
You attached, or you made a prediction, you made a guess. Basically, a hypothesis is an educated guess. You made a
Yeah.
guess about the cause of it, and you created your hypothesis. Now these cause and effect things, just try to memorize these things if you want, but basically the cause is the independent variable, and the effect is the dependent variable. These things are easy to understand.
Yeah.
Dependent
So
variable,
the cause
that means
becomes
the cause does not become the effect, the cause is causing the
No,
effect.
no.
Science is all
no,
about
the cause becomes a principle then.
cause becomes a principle. Cause is the cause.
Cause is okay. Let us leave the
Let me
subjective
give
part then.
no. Let me give you an example. Heat causes water to boil
Yeah.
at 100 degree Celsius. ठीक है?
Yeah.
So heat is the cause. What is the effect? Water boiling.
The boiling.
Now, if you have established this, and then all of a sudden you are traveling or going somewhere and you see a natural spring and you see the water boiling there, you can easily come to the conclusion that there must be some heat which is being applied to that water. Right?
Yeah.
Basically, based on the fact that you have established a cause and effect relationship using this very thing. Your dependent variable would be water boiling, and your independent variable would be heat.
Yeah.
Now, dependent means something which changes depending on something else. Depending on what?
Yeah.
Depending on your
The
cause.
cause.
That means if you actually want to establish a cause and effect relationship, you should be able to manipulate the cause. You should be able
Yeah.
to increase or decrease the amount of heat that you apply
Yeah.
in order to check whether the water is boiling or not.
Yeah.
So, this is where the whole globe paradigm falls apart,
Hmm.
because they cannot prove any cause and effect relationship between gravity or anything else, which is why they had to just change the whole paradigm which Newton had said and which reigned supreme for so many centuries, after which it was toppled from the throne
Yeah.
by Einstein. Why was it toppled? Because it was no longer holding water, and Einstein
Hmm.
had to put too much mathematics on top of it so that they can then hide behind that mathematics. And that's what they have been doing for the past century. They are hiding behind the mathematics because there are so few people in this world who can even understand that mathematics. And that is their reason for being right. Anyways,
Yeah.
it really holds no water in the real world, and hypothesis is a cause and effect guess that you made, which you test using your experiment, which Matthew
Yeah.
sir was so casually talking about while cycling up or down a slope or dropping two objects and checking. So, what was your hypothesis? What are all these things? And this is also there in our conversation. When I asked
Yeah.
Matthew sir, what is
Yeah.
your hypothesis for Cavendish's experiment? So he said it is mass attracting mass. Now
Yeah.
try to put it into this context. What is your cause? Mass. What is the effect? Mass. What is the phenomenon that you observed? Mass attract mass. My God. It cannot be more imbecile. Anyways, so experiment is this in the scientific stage, and once again there is a problem with the colloquial term and with the actual term theory. So we tend to mix up theory and scientific theory a lot these days, because on purpose, I think, because they don't want us to know the difference.
Yeah.
But there is. A scientific theory is basically something which comes out as the result of this whole scientific method. All these
Yeah.
steps. Experiment basically either proves or disproves your hypothesis. You have two
Yeah.
hypotheses, the alternate hypothesis, just the opposite of which is the null hypothesis. If your alternate hypothesis is heat causes water to boil, then your null hypothesis would be heat does not cause water to boil. So if
Yeah.
you prove your alternate hypothesis, you ipso facto prove your null hypothesis or disprove your null hypothesis. So as a result of that, when you have established using systematic experimentation that everyone should be able to test, repeat, observe, and falsify if possible. After that, there is no doubt about it. Anyone who claims that no, you are wrong has to falsify it by
Yeah.
repeating the same experiment and coming out with some other results. As
Yeah.
simple as that.
Yeah.
Right. So this has not been done for gravity, for many of the other claims. Astrophysics, evolution, evolutionary biology, and cosmology, astronomy, all these things that they categorize under the domain of science are not actually sciences, which is why I had to go on with the conversation with Matthew sir today, to the point of being a little disrespectful maybe. I hope he didn't mind. Still, it was important to make this point not only for Matthew sir, but for other flat earthers also, to a large extent. Right? Because we do not have to shy away from the discussion just because they are going to say that we are science deniers and we do not believe in science. It's so easy to prove that we are the ones who believe in science and who are presenting you the science, right?
Yeah. We are
And
following science.
we are following science, and you and your claims of gravity and all that heliocentric bullshit simply does not follow the scientific method, and you
Yeah.
are not free to cook up your own definitions of science and the scientific method just in order to fit in your worldview into it.
Yeah.
So stop calling us science deniers and take some accountability, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.